Next up, we got yes, we are here. We are finally back with how do I call this? True crime. All right, this is gonna be the true crime playlist. Criminal psychology, crime videos in general, scary videos in general. Okay. Now the real ones. It's crazy I can even say this now, but the real ones. No, I used to do these videos. This is probably like the main type of content I used to post before I started posting sports. I used to make a whole bunch of criminal psychology videos, bro. No cap. So this is really my bread and butter, and it's crazy I can even do a full 360 and come back to these videos. But if y'all enjoy them, we can keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I do have a Patreon, which we'll be reacting to more like shows that's like on Netflix and stuff like that I can't post on here. So if you want to go see that, like we just checked out Jeffrey Dahmer. We checked out the Diddy, the Diddy case. Okay. What else we checked out? We got a whole. Just go on my Patreon. We already did like a couple shows already. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can let me know in the comments also too. Any other criminal psychology channels, videos. You can comment the title of the video, the link. It don't matter. I'm reacting to all of them. Okay. Now right now it is 4 a.m. All right, my phone is over there, but I have my iPad right here. 4 a.m., buddy. It's 4 a.m. So this is the perfect time. Actually, not the perfect time, but perfect time to watch some scary stuff. So, enough yapping. You know what I'm saying? Let it have it up.
Creepy accounts pretending to be kids. I came across a reel randomly, and it's led me down this weird rabbit hole of people using AI or dressing up pretending to go to school. They all seem to have high heels, check images in them. Is this an age play thing or something more sinister? Literally anything helps as I keep trying to look for answers. This post was made to the subreddit r/Instagram by the user numerouscut792 on April 15th, 2024. It featured screenshots of 3 bizarre-looking Instagram pages they had encountered earlier that day, with OP expressing concern that something truly disturbing was happening with these users. And those in the thread agreed. What the actual fuck? Found all of them and blocked them all. Truthsticks11 is seriously creepy to me. I've been trying to find more about them but can hardly find anything. Very weird account to say the least. The 3 accounts apparently belong to 3 different children. However, when combing through their posts, the content seems to imply something much more bizarre was afoot. Something truly disturbing. This post would be the start of a story that would eventually be picked up and shared all across the online world, becoming one of the more notorious internet mysteries in recent memory, as these accounts revealed an unending rabbit hole that is still being traversed to this very day, in an ongoing investigation into one of the most depraved oddities ever found on Instagram. This is the emerging story of SmartSchoolBoy9.
SmartSchoolBoy9? Nick Crowley, yes sir. I think I only write like one Nick Crowley video, so but I do enjoy his videos. You know, I think before he didn't even post back in the day. I think he probably posts more now, but I remember back in the day he barely even posted. He posted like every 6 months or something like that.
I hope you like any photos.
Internet rabbit hole. Okay, this is my first time even checking out what an internet rabbit hole is.
We'll return after these messages.
Before we get too far down this rabbit hole, I want to first thank today's sponsor, AG1. AG1 is a daily foundational nutrition supplement that supports whole body health, packing in 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients into one product. The older I get, the more I've been thinking about the vitamins, but it would lead to a great take, which one AG. This sounds like a bottle of vitamin.
Truth sticks.
Beautiful boy, an account looked after by me, a degree-educated mother choosing to stay anonymous. This was the bio of the first account pictured in the Reddit post, an account named Truthsticks11, which was said to be operated by a 12-year-old boy and his mother. Back in October of 2021, the duo would make their very first post, kicking things off on a somewhat concerning note, though not for their own page, but instead another account on the platform.
So, that's the account run by a man pretending to be a boy.
The video was created and posted by the mother for the sole purpose of warning others of a specific user who had been posing as a child online when in actuality he was a grown man who did this in order to get close to and exploit other children across the platform. It's the grim reality.
Now we gonna yap. All right, that's the number one thing. Okay, we're going to yap. So if you don't like yapping, bye. Now this goes for the whole playlist. You know what I'm saying? We gonna yap, and I'm gonna give my opinion whenever I want to. Anyways, though. First things first. So already, this is exactly why you don't let your kids be on social media. Already. Now, it's crazy for me because I know I was like, when I was a kid and I played like video games, because I was heavy into video games like around like 2010, 2012, you know, and I had a lot of online friends, you know what I'm saying, through the video game. And they was really older. Like they was like 16, 17, you know, and it was never nothing weird. You know what I'm saying? It was just, I don't know, like back in the day, like it was just cool. Like, you know, like everything was just more genuine. Like I just literally made friends by playing Call of Duty and having a mic. Just playing in the game. I just made friends as a kid. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I had a mic. Nah, think about it. We was like texting each other. You feel me? I don't know what happened, bro. But everything else, like back then, was just so genuine. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I don't know, like, I know it still was like predators and stuff going on back then probably, but I don't know. I think nowadays it's just, because it's just like social media is like at an all-time high. So it's like all these kids is like going through it the worst, to be honest, especially with TikTok and stuff like that. Kids don't like going outside, bro. That's how you know it's bad. Kids don't even go outside. Okay, people would rather play Fortnite than go hang with their friends and go ride a bike. All right, do these kids even know how to ride bikes? Let's be honest. Do they even know how to ride bikes? Okay, so already, bro, I understand why parents don't let their kid be on social media. Me personally, I don't know what I would do, bro. I still got to think about that. How am I going to play that situation? Because I don't want to be like an overprotecting parent, but at the same time, I really just got to teach my kid, really. Like, I'm teaching my kid, like, out the gate, like, shh.
Exploit other children across the platform. It's the grim reality of this online world, as predators will do just about anything to get closer to children, and it's a reality often unrealized or even ignored by parents, which makes it almost refreshing that this mother was out here trying to raise awareness. These posts would become the crux of the account early on. They would call out this user and their many accounts again and again, eventually going more in depth about what this person would actually do, claiming that they had a strange perversion to dressing up as a young schoolboy.
What the
Does he wish he were a young boy in a school classroom, looking nice and being successful at school? Yes. This theme of calling out online predators would remain consistent throughout the years on Truth Sticks 11. However, after some time, the mother behind the account began to use the page for its initially intended purpose, to share photos of her son. The photos began reasonably normal, and would show this young boy studying at school, accepting awards from their principal, and even school presentations in which their son had attended, with the captions often boasting about how intelligent the young boy was. Though over time, the photos began to grow stranger.
What the fuck gonna help me, nigga? Fuck wrong with you? Oh yeah, hold on. Yeah, it's 4 a.m. It's 4 a.m. by the way. Yeah, bro. I can't. No, bro. No, we ain't doing that. No, we ain't. We ain't doing that, bro. Get the fuck out my face.
They looked off, almost as if they
hell
were
no,
AI
bro.
generated.
Why did I watch?
What the fuck is that? What the fuck?
And on top of this, they began to appear heavily edited in an almost inexplicable manner, with deep red lipstick often being
Like,
added,
bro, what?
which was enunciated by his face being turned pure white. This unsettling trend would continue from here, as with each
Yeah, this shit like a troll, bro. Bro, look like he trolling right now. Oh my god. Look, this is another thing too. Look, I want to tell y'all this. Bro, do not watch like scary stuff or stuff that's sinister. You know what I'm saying? At nighttime before you go to sleep, bro. Cause really, like whatever you watch at night and then go to sleep, like that messes up your mental. I remember I was watching the Jeffrey Dahmer stuff. Bro, every night it was on my mind. Like I know, cause I know a lot of y'all be watching and binge watching shows. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. You would go to sleep and it'd be on your mind, like you just be thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like it really messes with your mental, especially if it's like a long show. If it's like an hour long, you consumed all that. You know what I'm saying? Then you go to sleep and it's be on your mental, bro, literally. So I'm really cooked right now. You feel me? 4 a.m. watching this. But I'm doing this for y'all, bro.
Explicable manner.
Okay.
With deep red lipstick often being added, which was enunciated by his face being turned pure white. This unsettling trend would continue from here, as with each passing post, the photos grew less authentic and more surreal.
What the fuck? Bro, ugh, why is his chin like that? Nah, he look like Rowley.
Until they became straight up disturbed, even sickening. These bizarre edits spilled over past just the images too, as the posts began to appear as disjointed collages, often showcasing multiple grotesque images and paragraphs about how much this user loved school. And this wasn't the only shift either. At some point, the son behind the account began posting content that allegedly came directly from him, saying things like, "My really cool mom asked me if I'd like to post, and I said, yes please." He even shared supposed videos that he had filmed of himself, which were equally as unconvincing as his photos, and somehow even more chilling.
Whoa. Like, bro, this is how you know this is what I'm saying. This literally look like an AI generated. No kid talks like this, bro. Bro, first of all, most of these kids are YNs, okay? Actual YNs as kids. Okay, we have I've seen TikToks of little kids making fake guns out of paper. I'm talking about full Glocks. You know how you make you just cut some stuff out, arts and crafts in school, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Maybe make a little plane, you feel me? Make paper airplane, throw it. Bro, they're making full Glocks with switches, and then you can reload it. I'm like, bro, what? Like, these kids is getting... Anyways. And they like to cuss, all right? I don't see no cussing. Kids like to cuss. Let's be honest. They heard their parents cuss. They want to cuss. So there's going to be some cuss words somewhere on here. You know what I'm saying? No kid talks like this. I've put my school uniform back on after a cool football session at school. What? I only come on as a substitute as I'm not brilliant at football. But I'm then good at showing leadership in what I can do. It has led to goals. Here's me nodding to affirm that I had my homework done. I did my homework.
The boy even shows off his singing in one of the clips.
Chill. I can't sing it. Nope. You're not scaring me tonight.
Though their voice sounds off.
Come on, bro.
The account was overall anomalous and extremely off-putting. And though this content was...
Let me read that bio. Beautiful boy. What little boy calls himself beautiful? And account looked after by me. A degree-educated mother choosing to stay anonymous. The
account was overall anomalous and extremely off-putting. And though this content was visually alarming, another aspect made it even more so concerning, as over time, many of the images began to resemble CP, showcasing these fake AI children in explicit positions, with their faces sometimes even being photoshopped onto scantily dressed adult bodies.
I actually wonder though, this is a good question. So AI is like good and bad if you think about it, because it's like, now the weird and pervert dudes, they can just go and make an AI, you feel me? It's like I said, it's weird, bro. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But would you rather him make an AI and, do whatever he gonna do, grab the lotion and do whatever he gonna do to that, to a picture of an AI generated? Or would you rather him actually go out and try to prey on actual children? You feel me? It's like, it's low-key better, though. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know if he actually caught somebody. Hopefully he didn't. Hopefully this is as far as it went.
Thing is blatantly obvious about Photoshop's fake AI children in explicit positions, with their faces sometimes even being photoshopped onto scantily dressed adult bodies. One thing is blatantly obvious about the Truth Sticks account. The supposed child behind it is not real. Even in the more passable photos at the very beginning, there's evidence to suggest that these were likely AI as well. And based on
wow.
the disturbed, borderline illegal content that this page featured, it seemed more than likely that whoever was behind this page was not an innocent mother concerned for the welfare of other children, but instead, a predatory individual themselves. And this wasn't their only account. The second page featured on the Reddit post belonged to a user named GirlChloe12 and bore striking similarities to Truth Sticks. The page was also supposedly run by a child and monitored by their parent. Bizarrely, they also posted frequently about the dangers of online predators, with the wording of these posts and the editing being essentially the exact same as Truth Sticks, just not as over the top. These two accounts even frequently interacted with each other, thus providing a substantial link on its own, but by far the most compelling link between these pages is one that is easy to miss at a glance, with that being a blatant obsession with high-heeled mini boots. These shoes were mentioned or shown in virtually every single post made by these two users. At playtime, I'm sometimes running around with my really cool heeled footwear I wear with my uniform. After coming home from school, education isn't over for the day once the blue blazer, gray jersey, neat tie, white shirt, tailored close-fit gray trousers, and black heeled mini boots are in the wardrobe. No matter what they discussed, school uniforms and mini boots were always a talking point, which adds confirmation to something that is already becoming apparent. This is fetish content, not too unlike the bizarre accounts in the Pipergate rabbit hole. Fetish content centered around children.
Oh, paper. Okay, so that might be another one we gotta watch. Let me know. Pipergate? Okay.
Account so disturbing rabbit hole. Fetish content centered around children. And what makes the Chloe account so disturbing is that AI was seemingly not used, and rather the images seem to be of actual children.
No.
Despite this disturbing distinction, these two accounts are cut from the same cloth, and all signs point to them being created by the same person. A person who, despite their constant warnings of the dangers of adults pretending to be children online, seems to be doing the exact same thing, as part of some sort of fetish, the extent of which we'll discuss later. But for now, one thing was for certain. These pages were not run by children, or their parents. So, who created them? Well, that brings us to our third and final account shown in that initial post. SmartSchoolBoy9 was much the same as the other two accounts. They warned of online predators, obsessed over high-heeled mini boots and school uniforms, and posed as a child despite clearly not being one. But SmartSchoolBoy was different in one key aspect. The person behind the account was pretending to be a child, but they were doing so in a much more apparent manner, as they didn't use AI or stolen images of other kids to form their identity, and instead, they used photos of themselves. In the images posted on the account, we see what appears to be a fully grown man, dressed in a schoolboy's uniform. His face is painted pure white and has bright red lipstick, and he's, of course, wearing high-heeled mini boots. Characteristics that were all
Like these, this is what you look like, huh? I'm so glad we can see what he looks like. I'm glad about that. That's what I care about. All right, we can actually see what this man looks like, bro.
In the images posted on the account, we see what appears to be a fully grown man, dressed in a schoolboy's uniform. His face is painted pure white and has bright red lipstick, and he's, of course, wearing high-heeled mini boots. Characteristics that were all utilized across the other accounts, only this time it was done on himself, as he poses as a child pretending to go to school, as well as pretending to go through other life events common for preteens. And
what is wrong with this nigga?
Go to school, as well as pretending to go
I have to wear a dental brace, but look how cool it is. And with my smart school uniform and heeled mini boots. Why the fuck do you care about mini boots so much? What is so special about some mini boots? Why are you obsessed with school? Yo, this is... Hey, yo. And then what's this lunchbox? Boys? Who the fuck uses a lunchbox that says boys on it? What this nigga's, bro, his whole personality is AI generated, bro. This has to be an NPC, bro.
It's common.
This is exactly what happens. This is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what happens with these people, okay, who sit on the internet their whole life. They don't go outside and interact with the world. You feel me? They do everything from inside. I guarantee you, bro has never touched grass before. Look at the shit he doing. Do you honestly can tell me this man has touched grass before? This is what happens, bro. Oh my god, I cannot believe this shit.
And the photos aren't, as well as pretending to go through other life events common for preteens. And the photos aren't even the most disturbing part, as the account consists primarily of videos.
School boys. That's the two things he loved in life: school and boys. That tight ass clothes. You can't even move in that shit.
Let me know if you like school as well.
The videos are all incredibly off-putting. Some show him arriving home from school.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. School.
Others show him claiming to be on the bus heading toward school.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I'm on the school bus.
And other videos showing him doing whatever this is.
Flight reacts? What the?
With these strange sounds and the process of sticking his tongue out appearing to be part of his fetish.
God, little freaky.
As much like the other accounts, his
Diddy
content
will love
is
you.
overtly sexual, in its own bizarre way.
Okay.
1, 2.
In
Chill,
fact,
this
there's a
guy
video
right
of
here,
him with
bro.
his full outfit on, where he shows himself staring
Bro is
into a
literally
mirror as
choking
he
himself?
appears-
Okay. I know you cannot breathe, bro.
In fact, there's a video of him with his full outfit on, where he shows himself staring into a mirror as he appears to pleasure himself, right out of view of the camera, as he stares into his own eyes.
Yeah, it's just, oh wow, that's
This account
insane.
is by far the most
Yo,
sickening.
staring at yourself while gooning is absolute. No, that's, bro. What? That's like level 100 gooning right there, bro. Staring at yourself. Oh my god, this guy right here. Yeah, bro. This shit is sad, bro. This shit is sad, bro.
Part of this whole
This shit is
rabbit hole,
actually sad,
and also the most important. Interspersed throughout his page are a few examples of what this individual's voice sounds like,
And why you only do half your face? What happened to your forehead?
which just so happens to be the same voice heard in the very first clip shown on the Truth Sticks account.
A man pretending to be a boy.
Meaning that this full-grown adult man is the one behind
Grown-ass
this
man.
entire rabbit hole. He's the one on these accounts pretending to be a child and their mother, getting some sort of sick satisfaction from whatever this is. And the worst part is, these activities aren't just kept behind closed doors. As we can see on numerous occasions, videos of him walking around outside in a public space, with his full outfit and face paint on.
Bro, I swear to God, if I walk down the... Yo.
It's truly one of the strangest things that I've ever seen, and making sense of what this all is extremely difficult. But based on the information found from this first Reddit post, a few likely conclusions can be put forward. This man is clearly attracted to the idea of being a kid, and I think OP was correct when they speculated that this was some sort of age play thing, but it's also clearly much more than that too. As based on the images that he's created himself, he clearly has some sort of attraction to other children as well, as he's quite literally created faux CP, the likes of which is so disturbing that I can't even really describe it here either. He's creating fetish content, and he's using the likeness of children, and also some children that are clearly very real people, to do so. That much is obvious. But there was also the possibility that he was pretending to be a kid in order to exploit other children across the internet. At this point though, this was merely speculation, with much of the SmartSchoolBoy9 case remaining a mystery, and the rabbit hole was only getting deeper from here.
I'm so cooked, bro. I can't even go to sleep tonight.
Months after this rabbit hole was introduced to the online world, the story began to be shared all across the internet, most notably on the r/internet mysteries subreddit, where the case really took off. There, internet sleuths began uncovering just how vast this web of accounts actually was, as it wasn't just these 3 pages. No, there seemed to be over a dozen, and likely even more that we still haven't found, as he's created his own sort of community, his own little world, where across each page he
to create
pretends to be a
school?
child. with these accounts typically following each other and frequently interacting, seemingly to make these characters appear as though they have real friends.
Yo.
On one of these pages, 12 Stockwell Joanne, he poses as a 14-year-old girl, using more AI images to depict explicit positions of this manufactured child, which I obviously am not going to show here. Though much like his Chloe account, he also shows images of very real young girls. But this isn't the most concerning part of this account, as on numerous occasions, he's shown images of children at a playground,
Just keep him away from all
which he
playgrounds.
may have taken himself.
Oh
This fantasy of being a schoolgirl and taking part in these school-centric activities is something carried over throughout multiple of his accounts, with his most common alias being Stephanie, of which he has numerous different accounts featuring that same name.
Yeah,
Like Stephanie.
I'm Stephanie.
He definitely is his voice.
This Stephanie character claims to be a 12-year-old aspiring poet, with accounts all across the internet, many of which showcasing examples of her poetry, which carries on those same distinct sexual undertones. I race to complete my poems when I've got an early start. Heart racing, mixed rhythms, maximizing miracles, rice with rap, and on the map. My Kennington, London syllables. Dancing though, I know my underwear might show if I lean forward.
Nigga, you ain't sweet,
Good.
nigga. Who you think you
Stephanie
is?
Stansfield, 12.
This nigga trying to
But
be
digging even
making
deeper,
raps
her
now?
poetry is even...
Bro, I ain't never heard a nigga making Predator raps. Nigga, what the fuck? No, hell no. I didn't even peep at first. No, we gotta go back, bro.
I race to complete my poems when I've got an early start. Heart racing, mixed rhythms, maximizing miracles. Rice with rap, and on the map. My Kennington, London syllables. Dancing though, I know my underwear might show if I lean forward.
Dude, this nigga think he Eminem? Bro, I swear to God, yo. This nigga
Stephanie
needs to be on.
Stansfield,
No.
12.
Lock this man up, bro. Please
digging
lock him
even
up. I don't
deeper.
even give a fuck, bro. It's cooked. He don't gotta commit no crime. He committed crimes. Yeah, he already committed crimes. Yeah. Lock this nigga up.
Her
Lock
poet,
this nigga up.
Stephanie Stansfield,
No,
Rice
you're
with
gone,
rap,
bro.
and on
You're
the
gone.
map. My Kennington, London syllables. Dancing though,
Throw away
I know
key,
my
bro.
underwear might show if I lean forward.
My underwear might show if I lean
Stephanie
forward.
Stansfield,
Yo.
12.
No, hell
But digging
no.
even deeper, her poetry has even seemingly been featured in various articles and even newspapers, showcasing that this rabbit hole extends far past just
Nigga
the
making
online world.
newspapers?
This act is clearly their obsession, and he's been doing this for years, with the earliest examples that I could find coming from all the way back in 2018. And this Stephanie character seems to be his go-to alias, embodying it in even the literal sense.
Don't.
Nigga, what? Nigga, what?
No. What the fuck is this? This nigga, bro. What's wrong with this nigga? Bro, what is wrong with this? You a grown ass man. You are a grown ass man. You are over the age of 50, nigga. What are you doing?
To this Stephanie character, he dresses as her,
It gets
wearing
worse.
a wig and a dress,
thing got
as
a
he
whole
pretends to
wig.
be a 12-year-old girl.
You got Goldilocks?
Almost immediately after this case began gaining traction, the true magnitude of this rabbit hole was revealed. Across every single account are countless depraved posts and oddities that all could warrant discussion. But by far the most important discoveries
no.
were those that didn't actually occur on his own page, and rather the pages of other actual children.
Wait, what?
Do you like school? I do. It is good. You have some cool shirts, but I have to wear school uniforms to school. It is nice, but casual isn't allowed, and it's quite hot here in the UK, as the month of June suddenly got warmer. These are two examples out of many that show SmartSchoolBoy9 reaching out and attempting to befriend young children online. In one comment, he even warns a child about other comments from bad people, stating that, "It happens to most boys in our age group, but stay safe, stay cool, don't be dismayed by creeps." This is
No children know what that word is. Not one child. I don't even know what that is.
our best evidence that these accounts weren't just made for age play. No, he's actually posing as a child in order to make
I don't
friends
know
with
what
other
child
children.
would think this is.
And given his overtly sexual interests and aversion to CP, it's not hard to gather why he was doing this. And these examples are only what we found so far. It's possible that there are dozens, or who knows, maybe even hundreds of other comments out there, hidden on unknown children's accounts. This is predatory behavior.
Yep.
The man behind Schoolboy9 is a predator.
At least he showed
and
his
in
face.
case there was still any doubt of whether or not this was a sexual thing, here's what he had to say about being a 13-year-old
He's
girl.
jerking. It's high school. Yo,
But
this
have his
guy,
tactics actually worked? Well, the frightening thing is, no one knows if he's actually been successful or not, or even what specifically he's looking for. We just know that he's trying to reach kids, as evidenced not only by his comments, but by the fact that he's solely following children on all of these pages. And though it's easy to look at these accounts and know that something is off, for children, it's not that simple, especially when there's pages showcasing photos of actual kids. Which brings up another frightening detail. Many of the images he's used of children have not been traced back to their original creator, and some seem to appear for the very first time online publicly on this man's pages, which might mean that he was sent them privately. There's even one image that David posted on his schoolboy account, which shows another kid that he claimed to be on a playdate with, though it's impossible to say if this is real or not. For now, we just don't know for sure. Though given the fact that he's reaching out to children, posting fetish content centered around children, and has even potentially photographed kids in the wild, one thing is for certain: SmartSchoolBoy9 needs to be stopped.
Needs to be stopped. No, we're past that point. Okay.
Finding this man and
be
reporting
locked
him
up.
to law enforcement quickly became the top priority for those investigating the case. And luckily, he left several glaring clues behind that made this process a whole lot easier. On numerous occasions across his many pages, he would post images and videos of specific locations, even showing streets and mentioning very particular areas in his poems, all of which centered around the London area, immediately giving us an idea of where he was located. And that wasn't all. I mentioned how the alias of Stephanie was one that he used more so than any other, but what's interesting is that there was another name used just as often across his accounts, brought up time and time again, though it's a name that he never seemed to call any of his characters. Instead, he simply referred to this person as a stepbrother, or a father, or even a friend from school, despite never actually picturing him, just mentioning his name. David. And sure enough, after connecting a few dots, it would be revealed that this person's actual name was in fact David. David Alter.
Oh my.
With a man being 59 years old.
I was right! I was right! Oh my god, I was right!
David Alter.
Bro's almost 60!
With a man being...
He's pushing 60!
No. No, hell no. Video over, bro. Video over. I literally, bro, I was trying to over-exaggerate. Hold on. Let me lock my door real quick, okay? Let me make sure my house is, you know what I'm saying? Let me make sure, bro. David, are you in here? We're secured. Okay. Door's locked. Room door locked. We're good. Just gotta make sure. Oh my god. Alright. Bro, I was literally trying to over-exaggerate, bro. I literally just said a random number. 50, bro. Oh my god, bro. It's pushing 60. It's gotta be a joke, bro.
Actual name was
Bro's
in
pushing
fact
60 right
David. David Alter. With a man being 59 years old.
Nah, bro. That's actually sad.
At the moment, it doesn't appear that David has any past criminal convictions or documented history of this behavior. But we do know that thanks to the investigation done on Reddit and Discord, he is currently being investigated by local authorities, which will hopefully put an end to his online behavior and shine some more light on who this person actually is. As for the time being, the only other information that we really know about David is that he likes to write poetry and he makes music.
The ceiling. I think I hear a running tram. Going back in time, not out of time. I think I like a little lemon and lime. Say Marianne, hey Steely Dan. I like the sound of that running tram.
And his name also appears in a random newspaper, where he's discussing the importance of kids wearing school uniforms. And that's really all we have at the moment. Though there is one very important aspect that we have yet to talk about in relation to this man, with that being David's mental state. Some believe that David is a mentally unwell individual who potentially doesn't know the extent of what they are doing. Now, even if this is the case, his behavior still needs to be stopped, and he needs to be given proper help to assure that no one else gets hurt by his actions. But it is important to note that David is far more intelligent than he lets on, as his personal account shows that he is fairly well-spoken and articulate. And throughout his problematic content, most of his bad grammar and strange verbiage seems to be his attempts at more authentically trying to replicate a child. But it's impossible to know for sure. But what we do know is that David is extremely manipulative, with his response to the situation and other clues littered across his accounts, showing us that he seems to know what he's doing.
Exactly.
And he knows that it's wrong.
Right.
Since the exposure of David's accounts, he hasn't silently slithered away like most other predators would. Instead, he's actually responded on more than a few occasions, lashing out to those who have DM'd him, calling them the perverts and predators. He even left a comment on his Joanne account seemingly directed at himself, writing, "You are really sad." And
yo, niggas started trolling him and he actually responded. Oh yeah, he don't care.
Like most other predators
he don't even care.
Instead, he's actually responded on more than a
You have 3 separate accounts that use the comment on your main account, both with similar faces as yours. You're a grown man, maybe looking for sex. You're literally so brain dead. I have 1 account, you tosser. That's what I'm saying. No kid speaks like this. What is a tosser, bro? What is a tosser? Brain dead, but in children's ads. He talking bad though. Bro got sat. There's a investigation other than what your neighbors know about you. Bro, what? Oh, here we go. He said it. You are a grown ass man pretending to be a child. You are a grown ass man.
On a few occasions.
I don't know why that saying is so funny, bro. You are a grown ass man, bro. You're gonna get caught. Amateur crap that you invented to intimidate. Ain't going to manipulate me. You're crazy old doofer. Get a job. That's what I'm saying. Still, a kid don't even sound like this though, by the way. He using commas and periods and come on, bro. Quit texting me. You're wanking as you text. That's what you're doing, bro. That's literally what you're doing. He's saying what he's doing, bro.
Who have DM'd him, calling them the perverts and predators. He even left a comment on his Joanne account seemingly directed at himself, writing, "You are really sad. And if that's your name, David, be honest with yourself. You're 50, as you said elsewhere. You reply to me, a girl, as if I'm your buddy? No chance ever." This is something David does all the time. It's projection, and it started all the way back at the beginning of this rabbit hole.
So, that's the
Bro's projecting. That's what I'm saying. He knows what he's doing is bad.
A man pretending to be a boy.
And he continued posting these predator exposés, along with other warnings about predators on the internet across every page he made, each of which being hyper-specific to his own predatory ways and fetishes.
Bro,
the things he accuses others of are blatant projections of his own dark places.
How many accounts do you have, bro?
And I can think of 2 reasons why.
I'm genuinely confused. How does he even manage? Bro, this dude, let's think about it. He's managing all these accounts. He's sick bad managing all these accounts. You know what I'm saying? He knows which ones is friends. He probably make a new account, build it up just for this account to post that this account is not a real kid and that you should what's the face about predators? Don't talk to this is a predator right here. So then he stops using that account, or maybe he still use it. We never know. Don't know, bro. So he just got all these accounts. Like, bro, oh my god, bro. Bro is a mastermind at this shit.
Number 1, that this makes his account look safer to other parents and children. It gives the appearance that he's not another internet creep because he's actively calling them out. It's a way to build trust in order to befriend and exploit kids. And number 2, he knows what he's doing is wrong. And this is his bizarre way of self-reporting, probably to make himself feel better about what he's doing. And it's obvious based on just how accurate these claims against others are to him. Does he wish he were a young boy in a school classroom, looking nice and being successful at school? Yes. And these claims are made over and over again, as each time he calls someone out, he's further exposing himself.
Thank you.
Which becomes more concerning.
Bro, yes, what I'm saying, bro. Heard from a man pretending to be some boy, and then another. I'm thinking, what shall I reply to seem to go along with it? So I replied to him where he's begging to be a follower. 3 days go by, then he asked for holiday photos. And he pretended to be a boy during a geography project. So I sent 3 photos at a beach. But 11 minutes later, he was asking for more photos, but with children in the photos. I didn't reply.
Each time he calls someone...
So yeah, this is exactly what happened to you, huh? Okay.
...out, he's further exposing himself, which becomes more concerning when you realize that these projections seemingly aren't strictly pedophilic.
What?
Within those eerily familiar expose posts he made on Truthsticks 11, he mentions how this user not only wanted to exploit children online, but they wanted to kill them as well.
Whoa!
As he mentions that this user has a clear interest in cannibalizing kids, and even performing ritualistic sacrifices on them.
Nope.
And based on how accurate all of the other exposures are to himself, I have no reason to believe that this isn't part of his MO as well, as crazy as that may sound. This also seems to coincide with some of the content he's posted that I can't show you, as some of these photos show children edited in contorted positions, including some where he's added what appears to be rope to give the illusion that they're tied up. And what makes this even more disturbing is that on his accounts he's posted numerous photos in the vicinity of schools, on nearby secluded trails, and even some where he discusses what time school starts and ends, saying that he likes to be awake and ready for it. There's even photos that show other children outside from a distance, almost as if David was stalking them. This is highly concerning. Even if we don't know truly how low this man's perversions get, he is still far too close to children, which is perfectly encapsulated by this photo of him on a school playground during the day. And with his disturbing desires, I don't even want to imagine what he's capable of.
Yeah.
Which brings us to the final piece of content that I need to talk about. Chasing another boy running in heeled mini boots.
Huh?
This was the text shown on screen during a short video posted onto one of David's many accounts. And in the video, we see the man pointing the camera at himself, showing his full face of white makeup and red lipstick.
Farting on camera, nigga?
This video is edited more egregiously than any others I've seen across his page, with multiple explicit images and huge emojis covering the majority of the screen. Though just barely enough of the footage can be seen that shows David as he turns the camera around, revealing a young boy.
No. Nigga laughing, no.
Who he then proceeds to chase after, giggling all the while. Whether this was an edited video or a real occurrence, we don't currently know. David's doings are a mystery that will take some time to unravel, and my hope is that law enforcement will be able to follow through and help shed some more light on this individual, and finally put an end to his twisted behavior. But at this point, only one thing is for sure. The story of SmartSchoolBoy9 is far from over.
What you mean? I'm addicted. See, this is the reason why stuff is bad, bro. I love doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like making these videos, bro. I really do enjoy these videos. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I just know, bro. It's just like it gets so deep and like dark. You know what I'm saying? That's what's bad about it. It's like it's so dark, but it's so good. You feel me though? It's so dark, but it's good though. I can't stop. Now I want to watch another one. It's 5 a.m. No, I can't watch another one, but I want to, though. I want to watch one. I might do it. You got to stop me. I might do it.